Afternoon, ladies and gents. I hope everybody's okay. I'm just coming on very quickly to share this with you. It's coming up to Halloween, and as you know, my girls are older kids. So I don't tend to give them sweets or candy or whatever you want to call it. They tend to get a little gift. So as you can see here, I've cut out of a sheet of DSP. This is the Spooky Cat or Spooky Night DSP, and it's the one with the witches' hats on. And the background, as you know, is very vanilla. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this into a little treat bag for them. So first of all, you're going to do that with it and then just pinch the centre as good as you can get it. Okay, so you're just going to pinch the centre at the top. Okay, then you're going to lay it back down and you're going to bring this side over just to that pinch. Yeah, make sure it's straight and squash it down. I think I forgot to bring my bone folder in again. So then we're going to take this side, if one can pick it up, and you're going to bring it over, and you're just going to overlap that one by about ½ an inch. Okay, and give it a good thingy down. Then you're going to take some score tape and just run it along that edge. If mine behaves. Okay, so just run it along that edge and tore it off. Oops, give it a good squash down. Get your paper piercer and take that back off. Okay, and you're just going to fold that back over again, making sure it's completely straight. Okay, so that's what you should have now. Just leave that there a minute. Now you're going to decide which is the top and which is the bottom. But if you have our bordered eye, see this one? You can take it before you fold it and glue it down. And just do your edges if that's what you want to do. It's entirely up to you. But that's the, I think it's the ticket border punch. But I didn't want to do that. So you're going to take your bottom and you're going to come up about 2 inches. And give it a good burnish down. I need to buy more bone folders and keep them in here, I think. Okay, so you've got that up, and that's what you should be looking at the minute. Doesn't look like much, I know, but bear with. Then you're going to fold it so that it sticks up, and then you're going to get both these sides. Okay, and you're going to bring them in, and you're going to meet the folded lines from the sides are going to meet with the bottom of that bag there. Okay, so where you have your fold here, you want it to meet with this here. And burnish it down. Good job I have nails, isn't it? Now you're going to fold this part down and you're going to fold it over that base bit as straight as you can get it. Okay, then you're going to put some glue or tape on these bits here, these little triangles we've just made here. Okay, so I'm going to use turban tape. So I'll just show you before I stick mine down. So you just want to put it you see where to put mine, just on these two little triangles that we've just made. Right, so you're going to do that there and you're going to pull this back and off. And you're going to fold it over and squash it down. Okay, so it looks like that. So then you're going to take this piece and you're going to do exactly the same, but just overlap it enough to get your score tape on. Okay, and we're going to do the same, only this time we're going to put glue across there as well. So on them triangles, where's my hand gone? Okay, on them triangles and across the bottom here. As close to the edge as you can get it. Okay, and you're going to peel them off. And you're just going to fold that back up and stick it down. Now we're going to take our sides and you're going to fold this in so that this corner meets that join there. Try and get it straight. It's hard because I know this DSP is quite thick. Get it as straight as you possibly can. What can I use to burnish that? Looking all around me. Let me see if I can use the tip of my scissors. No, Mel, you're just creating a hole. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get mine without my bone folder. Turn it round and do exactly the same on the other side. So you want this line to meet up with that join at the bottom. Okay. And then you're just going to burnish it down. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to fold it open. Open your bag out, fold the bottom down, and I know you're looking and you think, no, that's just a normal paper bag, but it's not, and I'm going to show you. You're going to invert now them score lines that we've just made. Okay, so it looks like that at the top. So you're going to do that on both sides. Be very gentle because you don't want to ruin them score lines that you made in the paper. Okay, so we've got our bag like that. Okay, and the sides are both in. That's the back of our bag. This is the front where you can see nothing. Now, what I'm going to do is, you can do totally different. But I've got me bronze embossing powder. And I've got my black and my pumpkin pie ink. I've also got my seasonal chums, and I'm going to be using the pumpkin. Okay, and I've got the thin lits to cut it out as well. And if you buy these in a bundle, you save 10%. So I think I'm gonna heat emboss my pumpkin. So we'll move that out the road a minute. And it does come as one stamp. And I'll just show you. Okay, you do get the front and the back of the stamp. And I've got my D block out, and I just hope it fits on my D block. Okay, get your embossing buddy. And I'm just gonna dab that on so our embossing granules don't stick anywhere. And as I say, I'm not sure whether they're called copper or bronze. I think it's bronze. And I'm just using my base mark, and as you can see, I did get a new one. But my other one still worked. It was just that the cover on it was a bit worse for wear. I'm just going to stick that down there. Okay, and I know you can't see nothing. So there's my embossing powder, and I'm going to take a little scrap of card, fold it in half, pick up my, and I always put it in here just for the sake of mess. So there's our pumpkin. Okay, I'm just going to throw the lid back on this and just check it. Make sure you haven't got any embossing powder where you don't want it, and just get a brush and flick it off. Okay, now I'm going to use my heat tool, and as you know, our heat tool has two settings. One, it goes from 0 to 1, which I would use for drying pigment ink and stuff like that, and then the 2 is the highest setting, and I would use that for my embossing. So if you've got me on loud or you've got me on earphones, turn the sound down now. Although I must be honest, this one is not as loud as some of the others. So I'm just letting that heat up, and then I'll bring it in. And with your embossing tool, you don't want it like that on your project straight down, because it will damage your embossing, your heat gun, because the heat will go back into the heat gun. Okay, make sure you've not missed any bits. It's all melted. Yep, mine's all melted. So I'm going to cut this out off this piece of card rather. And this is going to become our tag. Okay, so get rid of that. And I'm using my small die cutting machine just because I don't want to get me big electric one out. I know, lazy bones. But I was asked questions whether the dies fitted in the smaller machines. Most of them do, I would say, apart from your layering dies. But most of the accessory dies, I would say, definitely would fit in the smaller machines. Just put my lid back on my vase more. And I just ordered something last night, and I absolutely cannot wait till they come. But I can't tell you about them. Get it the right way, Mel. And I am gonna, what can I stick it down? Where's my roll of doodah? I'm gonna stick it down with a post-it note. Because I can't find my roll of post-it note tape. Mind you, to be honest with you, I've got that much on this blooming desk. So I'm just going to stick it down with a post-it note. Okay. Stick that on. And we will run it through. And I'm sorry if there's a bit of wobbling. I have the supposedly low tack tape, but I wouldn't use it because it'll just wreck your project. Unless you sit there and you fuzz it up on your clothes or whatever. But no, every time I've used it, it's always wrecked my card. So there's our tag all cut out. No, it's not, because I didn't go far enough down. Okay, that was my fault, not the die's fault. So as you can see, they're a perfect mirror image of each other, and you do get your hole to thread through. Now I want that one on the top. And what you can also do is get my pumpkin pie, classic ink, and I want I won't have to do this soon. Say nothing. I'm just going to colour in my pumpkin with my Wink of Stella brush, so it gives it that lovely shimmer as well as putting the colour down. Must be the postman. All you colourists out there, just you wait and see what's coming. I colour of a night if I can't sleep. I'm terrible, especially when he's on night. But I'm no means, by any stretch of the imagination, perfect at it. And I love to colour using the glitter gel pens. Just love that. Anything that sparkles. I'm like a magpie. So if you just do that. You can do it on both sides. I won't let you watch me do it on both sides. I'm just cleaning me Wink of Stella brush off. There you go. It's all the oranges off it. And you can stamp inside to and from, but my girls will know who it's from anyway, so I'm not going to bother. Now, at the top of our box, what you're going to do is you're going to fold it up. Okay, you're going to fold it. Put your treats in there first. You're going to fold it back like a concertina. You're going to fold it up. Each time burnish it with your bone folder to give you that really smooth. And you're going to fold it back until you're happy with it. Okay, now I'm going to have to do this in stages because I don't think, unless I can find me, no, that won't even be wide enough. Right, I'm going to do this in stages. So I'm going to take my first lever, my first up and down. That's the wrong hole punch. That was the small one. Find a hole punch. And try and get it in the centre as best you can. And punch. Mine's way off. Anyway, right, I've got this. Now I have this from last year because, you know, there's only so much of it you can use. And so I'm sorry, but it is a retired product. And as I say, I do have this from last year. So I do apologise. But as I say, there's only so much of it you can use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and thread this through. Get it through that one. Get it through that one. And I'm going to thread my tag on it. Okay. Then the excess I'm going to wrap around a couple of times. And then I'm going to feed this through the hole as well. Go around one more time, I think. Yeah. I'm going to feed this through the hole as well, she says. And I showed you that trick with the glue, didn't I? If you put glue just on the tip, you should be able to get it through easier. Come on. Okay, so we want this fairly tight. We want our tag to come down. We want this fairly tight. So we're going to tie a knot in it. Okay, and then we're going to tie a bow. I'm going to let that hang down the front. I'm going to cut some of this off. Now what you're going to do is, see with this concertina bit, you're going to lift them up. And as I say, yours will be more central than mine. So you're going to end up with something that looks like that. And I just think that's a lovely way, like my girls are both getting a gift about that big. So I know it'll fit in these bags. So what a lovely way to give somebody a little Halloween treat. So I hope you give that a go. I know you all have some DSP out there, and maybe you don't like the colour, maybe you don't like the design on it, what have you, but you all have some, so just give it a go. Make sure you get yours more central than mine so that it looks more yeah. So I hope you give it a go, and I shall speak to you all soon, so take care for now. Bye.